Now that our night temperatures are consistently above 50 degrees and our soil temperatures have warmed up above 60, we're going to plant our cucumber seed. And cucumbers grow best when the temperatures of the ground are 60 degrees or higher. Now before you buy and plant your cucumber seed, you need to ask yourself a very important question. Do you want to grow slicing cucumbers or pickling cucumbers? Because there's a big difference. The slicing cucumbers we think of as our salad cucumbers. They're the ones that are long, slender, dark green. They taste really great when we slice them up fresh and add them to our salads. But they haven't been developed for a brining or a pickling process like the pickling cucumbers. Now the pickling cucumbers are usually a lot smaller, they're lighter green in color. They don't taste as good when we slice them up fresh for salad, but they have been developed for that pickling process, and once they're pickled, they give us that nice, crisp, pickle texture that we've come to expect. Well, you need to decide before you plant your cucumbers, or just plant some of each. Well, we're going to plant a slicing cucumber here in this raised bed where we've got all of our lettuce planted right now. And cucumbers actually grow best if they're planted in hills or clumps rather than in long rows. And in this bed, we're going to construct a trellis or some sort of support for our cucumbers to climb on, and by the time they really get growing, our lettuce will be on its way out. So we'll get 2 crops in this single spot. Well, I've got a little hill or mound prepared here, and I'm just going to plant about 5 or 6 seeds in this mound. The variety we're planting is one called Tasty Green, and it is a slicing cucumber. And we got the seed from Territorial Seed Company. We'll just take and with our finger just kind of press those into the soil to a depth of about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. And we didn't add any fertilizer before we planted, and that's because we've got lots of organic matter in this soil, and our last soil test showed that we had adequate nutrients. I'll just take some of this soil, kind of cover these a little bit here. And these should germinate in about 5 to 15 days. Once they've been up for about a week, we'll come out and we'll thin to the 2 strongest, most vigorous plants. And we'll just pinch those off at the ground level and not pull them out so we don't disrupt the roots of the final 2. Well, cucumbers have been grown in India for centuries. They were introduced into the New World by Christopher Columbus. And that's when he planted them in Haiti in 1494. I think one of the reasons cucumbers are so popular is because they're so easy to grow. Well, right here, we showed you a few weeks ago when we were thinning our carrots, and you can see that they're coming along really nice. Got lots of growth on these little carrot plants. And again, we've got them planted in these drain tiles full of sand. I can't wait to see the results when we harvest those. Well, our Bloomsdale spinach is ready to be harvested. We planted this earlier in the spring, and of course, by growing spinach in your own garden, you'll be able to get the most benefit out of these nutritious plants. We've removed our wire rabbit barrier. We've got it over here on our beets right now. That served the spinach really well. We didn't have any huge muscular rabbits running around the garden, so we're real glad about that. But spinach is really easy to harvest. You harvest it kind of like you do leaf lettuce. You can either cut away the outer leaves or just take the tops off the plant altogether. If you're adding a few leaves to a salad or maybe making a spinach dip, then cutting a few leaves from around the outside is a good idea. The plant will just simply grow more. Just cut away these outer leaves. Some of these off some of these bigger plants. But if you're gonna use spinach for a side dish or maybe for a main dish, then you'll need to come in and cut away the entire plant or several plants. And we'll just come in about 1 inch or 2 above the ground and just take the entire top of the plant off. And right down here you can see there's a little bit of the plant that's left, kind of a stub. That'll regrow, grow some new leaves until it gets too hot, and it'll extend our spinach season. Well, we're gonna take our spinach, we'll wash it really good, get all this soil off the leaves because we don't want to be eating our garden soil. And then Barbara Brown is going to make us a nice wilted spinach salad.